told you before, the Portland Film Festival is underway right now, and there are so many movies to check out. One is directed by Aisha Tyler, and it screens this Saturday. It's a thriller called Axis. So, here with me right now, you could say we have two people who do it all, really. We like to think we're busy in the TV business, but you guys do everything, because we have Aisha Tyler, who's making her feature film directorial debut with this movie, Axis. Also seen you hosting Whose Line Is It Anyway on Criminal Minds, on Archer, on Friends, all the things. And then Emmett Hughes, you not only are the star of the movie, / the only person on camera in the entire movie, but you also wrote the movie.
I did.
That's so cool. So thank you guys for being here with us.
Thanks for having us.
So Saturday night is when the biggest part of your Portland job happens, right?
Yeah, the film screens on Saturday at 7:15 at the Laurelhurst Theater. But we got in a little early to check out Portland. I've been here a couple times. I love Portland so much. And I think the coolest thing about festivals, other than watching your own film on screen and trying not to throw up or faint or, you know, like have a panic attack, is getting to see other people's films and kind of experiencing the entire kind of festival experience. So we're stoked to be here.
And then you also are judging, so you're actually watching other people's films too?
I'm actually a juror, so I'm watching other people's movies. And, you know, it's so funny being a filmmaker. I think your sense of how hard it is to make a film is so much more heightened. So hopefully I'm a very tender judge. You know what I mean? I know how hard it is to make any movie.
Right.
So I'm really appreciative of all the work that's gone into the films that are in competition this year.
Yes. So we want to show a clip. So before we get into all the work you guys put into this movie, so it's called Axis. It is a thriller. I just finished watching it.
Very twisty.
Yeah.
It has a lot of twists. You know, it's definitely one of those movies where you tell people like, don't give away the ending.
Right.
Because it's a complex movie.
Yeah, there's like one spoiler. Everything else you could probably be fine telling, but like the ending.
Yeah.
You don't want to spoil it away, but it is a thriller. I think it was scary, it was heartwarming, it was sad, it was like everything somehow in like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, it took a lot.
You wrote this movie for yourself, and then you're like, now I have to.
When I read over the script again, I was like, oh my God, I have to do all of that.
That's a lot.
He did it beautifully, though. He really did. To carry an entire film and for it to be your first lead in a movie is pretty extraordinary. He's a pretty extraordinary actor. It was just him sweating hot tushy in a car.
Yeah, it was hot. Yeah.
So we'll show a clip. It is, of course, Emmett as Tristan Blake riding in the car talking to your therapist. Take a look.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling you. I'm keeping things together just fine on my own. There's no one else. I don't even want to use anymore. I'm feeling great.
Good. You just have to be careful, Tristan.
I am.
A relapse can happen in an instant. In moments, everything you love, everything you hold dear can be taken from you. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah, of course I do. I'm not going to relapse.
Okay, well, and you sound confident enough about it.
So you hear there, Tristan Blake, very confident, I'm not going to relapse. But he's going through probably one of the worst days of his life. From the beginning, everything's happening, and he's just trying to keep it together. Where did the inspiration come from?
I think it's nothing to do really in terms of the entertainment. I think it's in everybody's days' lives. You know, they go through a lot, and especially coming from an Irish person, alcohol and stuff is the kind of easy way out. So for that, for me, it was kind of diving into that and.
Yeah. I mean, I think also like one of the great things about this movie is this guy's dealing with his addiction, right? But the story is really about any of us trying to rebuild relationships with the people that we love, and also trying to undo mistakes, because I think we all look back and say, I wish I'd handled this differently. I wish I'd done this better. And this is really a guy he's not a bad guy. He's done some bad things, but he's just trying really hard to be a better person. Yeah. And so many people relate to it in so many different ways, including people who have walked out of the movie and said, God, this was really hard for me to watch because this felt so much like my own life.
Because when he actually turns clean, he actually has more reasons now to relapse than he had before. People are more supportive when he was taking drugs and all that. So this time when it gives us, so that's for one thing that I've went through a bit, you know, when it's everything going great, you go the opposite, you know.
Well, yeah, because, you know, it's like the fun time Bobby syndrome. Yeah. He was so much fun when he was an addict, and now, you know, now he's not as easy to be around. But it's also really funny. I always want to tell people, if there's a movie that could be about an addict trying to get his life together, if it could be funny, I made it funny. I think it's darkly funny, and people connect with it on a lot of levels.
What was it like actually directing your first? You've done shorts, you've done episodes. You have an episode of Criminal Minds that's airing next week.
Wednesday. We got preempted because of the World Series,
yeah.
which is fine. That's a good reason. So my episode airs next Wednesday. It was amazing. I mean, I love directing. It was an incredible first script for me. It was very challenging. The movie takes place in a car driving in real time through LA. We had to shoot it in 7 days.
That's insane.
Which was crazy.
I don't believe that.
I barely believe it. It was like I went to sleep and woke up and we had a movie.
There was no extra. We had
no extra money, no extra time, but it was exhilarating. You know, it was one of those things where you're just running by the seat of your pants, and everybody did incredible work. He had to do 65 pages of material a day, every day.
Which you wrote. You made that problem for yourself, right?
Yeah, and you'd think I'd be able to memorize it as easy, but no.
No.
But he did a beautiful job, and I think it shows you what can be done in independent film if you're motivated and you're ingenious, not ingenuous. I am ingenuous, but I'm ingenious with ingenuity. And if you really put your back into it, and I think that's what's fun about being in a festival like Portland Film Festival. It's really about small, gritty, independent films and people doing extraordinary things with very little. So it's wonderful to be a part of this festival.
And you talk about not having any extra money, doing things with very little. People actually crowdfunded this whole movie?
We kickstarted this movie, which was amazing, and a lot of work, but what's been really cool is that for people who love movies but don't ever expect to see their name up in lights, you know, these people all get to own a little piece of this movie and be invested in its success. We made this tiny film in a week. I thought my mom would see it on my Vimeo page. You know, it's gone to, it's fifth out of 6 festivals. It won the Outstanding Filmmaking Award at Newport Beach. It got a theatrical release in LA and New York. I mean, it's the little movie that could, and I think it's because people really connect with the script, with Emmett's character, and with the story, which is really a story about redemption. And also it is very twisty. So people come out of this movie with lots of questions, and I always say to people, there's never any reason to talk about a movie nowadays. You get, oh, does the girl get the guy, and the guy get the girl, and everything's wrapped up. In this movie, you get to walk out and you really get to talk about what happened, and you go, you know, have a drink with your friends afterwards and discuss. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a twisty film.
Now, I wish we had more time, speaking of drinking, because, of course, Portland, you like beer. Portland, lots of beer to try. You also have cocktails actually coming out.
I have a line of cocktails coming out called Courage and Stone. It's a ready-to-drink line of cocktails. Emmett has tried them. Yeah, you're a fan.
They're dangerous. Very dangerous.
But I'm a student of bar culture, so I'm excited to be in one of the greatest bar cities in the world. Look very hard for me, Portland. I'm sure you will see me at a bar this weekend.
Ooh.
You'll definitely see me in a bar.
Perfect.
You'll see him lifting a pint, I'm sure, at your local Irish pub.
Well, the film screens Saturday night at the Laurelhurst Theater, so whatever bars are around there, I'll have to do some Googling and figure that out. 7:15. You can buy your tickets at pdxff.com and go see Axis.
And we will be there afterwards. We're doing a Q&A with our audience to discuss the movie and talk about what it's like to make a micro-budget film. So come on out and say hi to us after the film. We'll be having a conversation about filmmaking.
Thank you guys so much for coming and saying hi to us. This is awesome. And congratulations on all the film success.
Thank you. Cheers.